I've had the pleasure of seeing a lot of great NBA players during my lifetime, and beyond question, one of the truly great players that I've seen during my lifetime has to be Kobe Bryant, the second greatest two guard, I believe, in NBA history, and perhaps one of the 10 greatest players in the history of the entire game. I mean, it has been a pleasure to watch him play throughout the years, watch him grow and evolve and develop as a basketball player. It has been a pleasure, even if I haven't always realized it. And it's one of those things now watching Kobe in what is clearly the twilight of his career. It makes me realize that I'm getting older, and it makes me realize too how much times have changed. But it also makes me kind of sad because, frankly, watching Kobe Bryant today is sad on so many different levels. Now, I will confess, I've never been the biggest Kobe Bryant fan in the world. Maybe it's because of the fact I felt like over the years he just so much tried to pattern himself after MJ that he tried to rip off MJ basically. That so many of the Kobe Bryant fans, the younger fans in particular that grew up on Kobe Bryant, not like I did with Michael Jordan, have tried to foolishly argue that Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan and is the greatest player of all time, or at least the greatest two guard of all time. Maybe I've resented that. Maybe I've resented some of the things that Kobe Bryant's done over the years and the way he's conducted and carried himself in certain matters on and off the court. Maybe it's a combination of things. But I've never been the biggest Kobe guy. It's kind of one of those things. I respect him for his skills on the court, tremendous player. I give him his due, but at the end of the day, I'm like, eh. I just never been able to fully embrace Kobe Bryant. And I've never been able to really lash myself onto Kobe Bryant. And that's kind of sad. And I even realize that now as I'm watching Kobe in the twilight of his career. But now watching Kobe Bryant, I'm even more saddened. Maybe not so much because of the fact that I don't feel I've ever been able to truly enjoy Kobe Bryant and his skills as a basketball player like maybe I should have, but I'm sad because of who Kobe Bryant is, what Kobe Bryant is now, and the situation that he finds himself in. I mean, it's sad. One thing I will defend Kobe Bryant on is that a lot of people have given him a lot of grief because of the fact that he took that huge, massive contract from the Los Angeles Lakers and has shown no remorse for doing so. Well, he shouldn't. Kobe Bryant is still one of the biggest stars in the league. He is one of the biggest box office attractions in the entire league. Whatever money he's getting paid out from that contract, he makes many fold over for both the Los Angeles Lakers and the National Basketball Association. I have absolutely no qualms with Kobe Bryant wanting to get as much money as he can while he still can, even if he cannot play up to a level that, merits him being the highest paid player in the league. He has made the Lakers and the league enough money over the years where he deserves his cut, he deserves his share. And I think even with all the things that I maybe have knocked Kobe Bryant on over the years in terms of his attitude, in terms of his personality, in terms of sometimes I think not fully getting it to a certain degree, I will back him 100% on getting the most money he possibly could. It's not his responsibility per se to take a pay cut. It's not his responsibility to say, I'll give some back so that way we can free up more money so we can build a better team around me so we can try and win one more while I still can. I won't knock him for that. But at the same point in time, I think it's sad when I hear Kobe Bryant not apologize for that and not show any regret or remorse for that. And then on the flip side, be bitching about the current situation that he finds himself in with the team that he finds himself on. Well, Kobe, based off of your personality, based off of your attitude, based off of your abrasiveness towards teammates, based off of the sheer amount of money that the Lakers have to pay you and the restrictiveness of your contract compared to the salary cap and the current NBA financial situation, you frankly have nobody to blame but yourself for the situation that you find yourself in. So it's sad to me to see a player who, on the one hand, I can't blame for doing what he does, on the flip side, not understanding the consequences and repercussions of what he did. He is a contributing factor for what the Los Angeles Lakers are. He is a contributing factor, a primary contributing factor to what the Los Angeles Lakers have become. And as I sit here now and I watch a Kobe Bryant at age 36 trying to play like he's 26, and I see a Kobe Bryant that can't even shoot 40% from the field when I see a Kobe Bryant surrounded by such stallions as Jordan Hill and Ed Davis and Nick Young. I just get this tremendous sense of sadness. I don't know if I'd call it pity, but maybe it is almost pity. It is sadness, though, because I see this great player who has been a big star for over 15 years now. I see a guy who has been one of the very best for such an extended period of time being basically resorting to being a stat sheet chaser now, trying to get all-time records and seeing his skills decline by the day, seeing his effectiveness and production frankly decline by the day. And now I'm seeing video of him yelling at players and the general manager in practice, and it's just sad because this is ugly. This is the Kobe Bryant, unfortunately, that I envision seeing at the tail end of his career. A guy whose ego is ginormous, a guy whose accomplishments are also ginormous, but his expectations of others around him are ginormous and perhaps too ginormous. And it creates a situation where you have a guy that still wants to be Kobe, even though Kobe himself can't be the same Kobe that he once was, but he still thinks that he is the same Kobe that he once was, trying to be that guy, all the while not really in a situation where he has much help around him. He's on a bad, terrible, doo-doo ass Lakers team. And it's just sad to see. You know, on the one hand, I don't ever want to advocate players walking away before they're ready to. You know, you've only got one shot. You've only got one career. Get what you want to get out of it. Get as much as you can out of it as you possibly can before you leave. So that way you have no regrets. You don't look back and wish you would have done anything different. But on the flip side, there's sometimes a part of me that wishes more of these players, and in particular more of these star players, left a little earlier in their career, left while they still had something more in the tank, because that way we didn't see them kind of degrade and to descend into just being a run-of-the-mill, middle-of-the-pack type of player. Because when I look at a guy like a Kobe Bryant, I don't want to see him be that. I've never been the hugest fan, I'll grant you. But I don't want to see Kobe Bryant just be another guy, where the only reason he's thought of as a big deal is because of 15 years of past accolades and accomplishments. I don't want to see him be a guy that's jacking up 25 shots a game to score 20 points. I don't want to see him be a guy that's shooting like 33 or 34% from the field. I don't want to see him be a guy that absolutely no free agent wants to come to LA and play with, and nobody on his team wants to play hard for him or play with him. But unfortunately, that's what I see already happening. And that's something that I think is going to happen more and more as the next couple of years goes along. And I think it's very sad. It's going to be very tragic when that occurs. It's already starting to occur. Whenever I see Kobe Bryant on TV in a Lakers uniform and his team's playing, I sit there and I look for a minute and I think, okay, I can at least watch Kobe Bryant here even though this team is terrible. But then I realize that this isn't the same Kobe Bryant. And I don't want to watch him anymore. I don't want to watch him do this to himself. I don't want to watch him do this to the Lakers. I just don't want to see it. I don't want any part of it. And that's really sad that one of the best players in my lifetime, arguably one of the very best players in the history of the NBA, in a lot of ways to me, is kind of an afterthought and is somebody that I want to avoid watching at this point, instead of being a guy that I would want to watch as much as possible while I still can. And that's sad. And that's what so often is the case with Kobe Bryant. Because it's always been so often like, instead of trying to create his own standard and set his own path, he's always been trying to live up to other standards. It's always been this. It's always been that. He's always had to answer this. He's always been measured against this. He's always been measured against that. And now I'm measuring Kobe against Kobe. And again, it's just very sad to see.